Hello children, today in EVS 2 for Standard 4, we are going to learn a new lesson, the Siege of Purandar and the treaty with the Mughal Emperor. In our previous lesson, we learned that how Shivaji attacked Shaista Khan and Aurangzeb was very furious about this. This was the first serious blow to the Mughal power. In our today's lesson, we shall learn about the siege of Purandar and the treaty with the Mughal emperor signed by Shivaji. Raid on Surat. Now children, what is the meaning of raid? Raid means a surprise attack. After this triumph, Shivaji did not sit idle. Triumph means a great victory or achievement. Shivaji did not sit idle. Idle means without any work. Aurangzeb's troops were laying waste the whole of Maharashtra. To bring the emperor Aurangzeb to his senses, Shivaji carried out his daring raid on Surat. Surat was so far away from Pune that no one but Shivaji could have thought of this daring raid. Surat was then a great center of trade in the Mughal Empire and a very rich city. Shivaji carried out the raid successfully and brought home a booty worth lakh of rupees. Now what is the meaning of booty? Booty means the valuable stolen goods he brought from Surat. Shivaji did not forsake ethics in the raid on Surat. He spared the churches and mosques. He did not show disrespect to women. The raid on Surat drove Aurangzeb into furious rage. He now decided to put an end to the Maratha kingdom. Aurangzeb ordered his great general Mirza Raje Jai Singh and a trusted Sardar Diler Khan to humble Shivaji. The two landed in the Deccan with a huge army and unlimited funds. Swaraj was in real danger. Immediately after his return from the expedition of Surat in 1664 AD, Shivaji Maharaj heard a sad news. Shahaji Raje had suffered an accidental death while on a hunt. Shivaji and Jijabai were greatly grieved. Means they were in great sorrow. They were very sad. Holding his mother close to his bosom, Shivaji Maharaj consoled her. Now we shall learn about the siege of Purandar by the Mughal army. Purandar was one of Shivaji's big and strong forts, as you can see in the picture. Diler Khan knew that Shivaji could not be defeated as long as he was the master of Purandar. He therefore laid siege to this powerful fort. He had a huge army under his control. Morambaji Deshpande was in charge of the fort. He was a determined fighter who would not easily yield to threats. He was also supported by brave troops. With their help, Morambaji decided to defend the fort. Diler Khan's guns went into action. Fiery cannonballs began to drop on the fort. Morambaji and his brave men held on. The first bastion on the Machi collapsed under gunfire. Bastion means one corner of the fort. Diler Khan's troops captured the lower fort. The Marathas withdrew to the upper fort and continued to fight. Diler Khan was watching the battle from his camp. Furious with rage, Murambaji decided to attack the Mughal troops with a select contingent of 500 men. He opened the gates of the upper fort, shouting their war cry, Har Har Mahadev. The Mawlas fell on the Mughal troops. After a fierce battle, which lasted for a short time, the Marathas routed the huge Mughal army which fled towards Diler Khan's camp. Murambaji followed them in hot pursuit. With his troops, he entered the camp of Diler Khan and wrought havoc there. The enemy troops were in flight and the Marathas in pursuit. Cries and shouts filled the whole camp. In great hurry, Diler Khan mounted his elephant and looked ahead. There was Murambaji hacking the soldiers to pieces. His sword moved like lightning, cut throats, broke heads, and pierced the hearts of the enemy. No one could stop him or hold him in check. Diler Khan watched in admiration his great deeds of bravery. Murambaji's incomparable valor. Murambaji did not give up. He attacked Diler Khan's army with full force. Whoever tried to obstruct him was cut to pieces. The Mughal troops at last surrounded Murambaji on all sides. Just then Diler Khan shouted, "Wait! Hold back your swords!" The Mughal troops halted and moved back a little. Admiring his valor, Diler Khan addressed Murambaji and having praised him said, "Until now, I have not seen a swordsman like you. You come over to our side. I promise you complete safety. The Emperor will make you a Sardar and reward you with a Jagir." His eyes red with anger. Murambaji said in return, "We are the loyal servants of Shivaji Maharaj. Who wants to buy safety from you? Why should we come over to your side? And who wants your emperor's Jagir?" He then moved forward in the direction of Diler Khan and again started attacking his soldiers. Diler Khan, who was seated in the howdah of the elephant's back. Howdah means the seat for riding on the back of an elephant. Released an arrow which pierced Murambaji's neck. Murambaji fell to the ground. His followers lifted his dead body and took it back to the upper fort. What if one Murambaji is fallen? We too are brave like him. We will fight with courage. Saying so, they began to fight again without losing heart. Shivaji heard the news with great sorrow. He knew that he could hold each one of his forts against the Mughal army for at least more than a year. But he was unwilling to do so at the cost of his men who would die in the attempt. Treaty of Purandar. What could be done? He was not strong enough to fight the powerful Mughals. All his political skill was also of no avail. There was only one thing that he could do. He decided on a temporary withdrawal from the fight. He would enter into a treaty with the Mughal emperor. He went and saw Jai Singh. This was a very sensible and statesmanlike thing to do. He said to him, Mirza Raje, you are a Rajput. You can understand our suffering. The emperor's campaigns have laid the country waste and people are in great misery. I have undertaken this task of establishing Swaraj so that people may be happy. You should join me in this uphill task. If you agree to lead us, myself and my Mawlas will be your trusted followers. Jai Singh was a shrewd diplomat. He persuaded Shivaji to sign a treaty of peace with the emperor. Shivaji signed the treaty, and according to its terms, 23 forts and a territory with a revenue of 4 lakh horns, means gold coins, were to be handed over to the emperor. The Treaty of Purandar was signed in 1665. After the treaty was signed, Jai Singh suggested to Shivaji that he should go to Agra and see the emperor. He also guaranteed Shivaji's safe return. Shivaji thought over the suggestion. He knew that the emperor could not be trusted. He had proved treacherous to his own brothers. But in the end, Shivaji decided to take the risk and face the situation as consciously as he could. He informed Jai Singh that he was willing to go to Agra to meet the emperor. I hope so you have understood the lesson and enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel and stay tuned for more videos. Bye bye.